I am Dale from Dale's Rock Interviews and Metalliville online magazine, and I'm joined by Jared James Nichols. How are you?
Doing great, man. I'm happy to talk to you. How's your day going?
It's going fabulous until you come on the screen and you're just like totally there in your
I, I big
gorgeous
leagued you.
handsomeness with the long hair, and there's me with my elderly no hair, and it's just like right, go away. It's just
Hey, man, I got to keep it while I can.
well, I've got you on my shirt.
Oh, that's me. Yeah, I just shaved too, so I'm actually looking more like that now.
Well, I got to meet you when you supported Mr. Big a couple of years ago at KK Steel Mill.
Yeah.
And it was one of those depressing, sad times of my life because I'm trying to find the photo, which I did have on my phone a second ago and I've lost it. Um, I looked like a little child next to you, and it's really embarrassing.
A lot of people say they'll go, "Hey, man, uh, was that a smaller guitar you were playing?" And I go, "No, it's a normal guitar." And then they say, "You don't look that big online."
No, no, you're 6'5" I believe.
Yes.
Which
Yes.
I'm 5'10", and my partner always says I'm lying.
A little extra.
But I'm like, when I met you 2 years ago, I'm coming up to 54, so I would have been 52. And I don't know if
Hmm.
you can see in this photo here, I look like a little
Oh,
child.
yeah.
I
Yeah, I
look
look
like,
like it looks like I'm double of you. I think it might be the angle too.
yeah, it's all about the angle. And I got your signed album behind me
That's
here.
awesome, man. Yeah, I see it
And
back there.
yeah, and I've also got Ozzy Osbourne, but the reason why Ozzy Osbourne is because of Zach Wild.
Of
And we've
course.
got Guns N' Roses because of Slash. You've
Of
shared the
course.
stage with both of them.
Hmm.
And you're also the, is it the Gibson ambassador, along with Dave Mustaine, Lizzie Hale, and Slash. Only four
Yeah,
people.
it's kind of crazy. I've been working with Gibson for many years, and just a few years ago, they started this ambassador program where basically representing the company, right? And they told me who else was an ambassador, and I couldn't believe it. So, to me, as genuinely as a fan of the guitars, but also as like a fan of all of those players, I
Yeah.
couldn't be more happy, man. It's an honor.
Well, you couldn't get more different, really, with Lizzie Hale, Dave Mustaine, and yourself and Slash. There's like four different types of guitarists there. I mean, Lizzie
Truly.
Hale is one of my favorites, as is Dave Mustaine, and Slash is like just lining up all my favorite guitarists. And and then we get this little man in front of me with with awful hair. That's
Yeah, you're like, what is going on here?
Yeah, I'm pulling you down because you're like making me feel very emasculated.
Oh, come on, man. We're good.
No, I've got to say, when I seen you supporting Mr. Big, you
Mhm.
absolutely blew me away. And it wasn't
Thank you
just
very
your
much.
stage presence because you're on your own on the stage, rocking out with
Hmm.
this guitar. I mean, you're a big man, but you own that stage. You owned every inch of that stage. And you were fantastic. And the way you play that guitar is just another level.
Well, thank you. It took a long time and a lot of years to get to the point where I felt that way. For years, I remember the first gigs I ever did. I would actually turn because I was so nervous and face the drummer instead of looking at the crowd because I was so nervous. And
Yeah,
like I said, it was almost like I had to develop my personality off the stage as well as on the stage to feel comfortable. And I think that's one of the hardest things to do when you get on stage is to truly feel like you're meant to be there. Because there's
yeah,
always, no matter what, some kind of like a little bit of nervous, a little bit of obviously excited, and a little bit of, maybe you don't know if you're really ready for it. So it took many years of me almost like training to get to that point where I just felt like, no, that's where I'm going to be and that's I'm going to make the most of that.
yeah. Well, you really are owning it. You're absolutely fantastic. Listening to your new music, you've
Hmm.
got four tracks out on Running Hot EP,
Hmm.
building up to your album, which is Louder Than Fate, which is released on the 5th of June.
Yes.
Killing Time. Wow.
Thank you.
That's all I can
Thank you.
say about that is wow.
That track came from a different place, and honestly, I've said this a few times to some friends and people I spoke with, but I almost felt like that song was a little too vulnerable for me
Yeah.
because I always have my guitar on, and I always have my guitar. It's like my shield, right? So when I hit my guitar, I can sing, I can play, I can do my thing. But with that song, having it be so, dynamic and so quiet, and
Yeah.
where it builds from, I thought to myself when I was recording and writing it that, oh my gosh, this is very kind of personal. And I just followed my gut. I kept going with it because in the end, it brought out what you heard. And
Yeah.
I think it's great because that track starts here and then it just keeps building and building all the way till the end when we just take off. It's almost like the plane takes off, and it's when that guitar solo hits, and that guitar solo, I've said before too, it's one of my favorite, kind of guitar things I've ever done because it's just honest. It's just me
Yeah.
playing.
Yeah. Well, I was sat with my earbuds in, and when you got to that guitar solo, it was one of those moments for me. You know, when you hear one of them perfect cracks and time seems to stand still and you're just in that moment.
Yes.
I'm looking around at my partner and I'm thinking, she's got to be feeling the same as me about this. I've got earbuds in. She's not hearing one bit of it. And
She's
I'm
like,
like
what are you
looking at her
doing?
thinking, why isn't she not feeling this?
That is funny. That is great. No, I have that moment a lot of times with music. And for me and for you and people that have that feeling, there's nothing else like it. When
Yeah,
you feel that and you go, "Oh my gosh," like the indescribable, I don't know, it's like this special moment. And I'm
yeah,
so glad and I'm so proud of that because it's one thing to play and to rock and then to have songs that we really love, but to have those moments, that's when things are truly special.
yeah. It's rare to get them on live performances, listen to a recording track to a live performance. And
Right.
you managed to achieve that when I seen you live because um it's like they weren't the crowd, it was just me watching you. And
Yeah.
that's a rare gift you've got. It's a rare quality.
Well, thank you. And it's another thing that for me in that playing live, that's where I feel most at home. Like in the studio, the fact that you got that feeling from a studio track makes me feel so good because I always struggled to get the emotion of the live thing on recording because there's a connection live that you have. It could be with one person, it could be me and you, it could be a crowd, it could be a group of people. It's just like there's something so special about like the relationship with live music in the room.
Yeah,
And to have that feeling for me, that's what keeps me playing music is that live element where I can say, you know, I feel it. When I'm on stage, I truly feel it. Like, and especially touring, when you're touring and you're on the road for, 6 weeks and you're
yeah,
tired and you're emotionally drained and you're like, I just want to go home. Whenever you get on stage, not all that goes away. It's just that
yeah,
connection, and it's
yeah.
beautiful.
Oh, that's fantastic. With your live performances, I've got a lot of friends who've seen you live in different venues, um,
Mm.
and they all say the same about you. The women all say how bloody gorgeous you are, and you're such a nice person and a cuddler.
I'm a cuddler for sure. I give everyone a big old hug. I'm a just like that picture you took, man. It was a big
Yeah,
sweaty hug.
yes, it was a big sweaty old guy, And my lady was enjoying it a little bit too much, so I walked away and just left her to it. I thought that was
You
just
said I got to
best.
get out of here.
But yeah, and they all say the same. They all say how amazing you are on stage, and we need more of you in the UK. And you are coming to the UK, and it's sold out June the 6th, London, for your album launch party with Karma Effect.
Hey, so I have some very. When will this interview go out? I'm just
Probably
curious.
probably tomorrow or the day after.
Okay, well, is the video going out too, or is it just the audio?
It's the whole video, but I
Oh
can
my
hold on if
gosh.
you want me to.
Well, I have to tell you something. What's today? Today's
Y-
Tuesday.
Yes, 5th of May.
Well, I'm just going to tell you because I can't hold my excitement anymore. On Friday, we're announcing that I will be back in the UK in Wolverhampton and London with George Thorogood
Oh, wow. That's my
at the
partner.
end of June. Yep. So
Excellent.
we will actually be, I believe the venue is, I can't remember exactly if it is KK's. I can't remember, but I just got the news, so I had to tell you. It'll be
Okay.
announced for us on Friday. But yes, we are coming back for our Louder Than Fate, the album release show, which we're gonna do at the Lexington. That sold out really quick.
Yes.
And I love playing the UK, man. I love being there. I really mean it. Like a lot of my friends too, it's like to me, when I go to the UK, it just feels right. And I feel like the audiences get it. It's like there's proper music fans.
Yeah.
And I was a little sad because when we do this record release, um, we had like one date in the UK, and we're talking about doing some other stuff. And when we book the dates with George Thorogood, I was like, okay, great. Now we have some more things going on, and obviously we're working on more stuff in the year, but I'm super excited about it because simply put, man, playing Wolverhampton, playing and London's great, but all over the UK, I have such a great time.
We love Wolverhampton. We love KK Steel Mill. We love the Gifford
Me
Arms.
too.
So what are the dates again for them?
Ooh, let me tell you, I can
Ooh.
tell you. Hold on. Hold on. I'm going off script here. Hold on. You gotta bear with me. This wasn't part of I'm going back in a text thread. Hold on. Okay, you ready? On the
Yes.
29th of June at Civic Hall in Wolverhampton.
Right.
And then on the 30th of June, the Indigo at the O2 in London.
Right. Excellent.
So
So
I'm breaking that news with you.
I might be pestering you for a press pass then, so I can take your photograph.
Well, you know who to talk to. We'll figure that out.
But with you being such a big presence on stage, I'm going to have to look for a wide angle lens, I think.
You better get a bigger lens, man. It's like they said on Jaws, we're gonna need a bigger boat.
Well, that's fantastic. It'd be great to have you back at Wolverhampton. Um,
Hmm.
it, so I'm really looking forward to that. You've got me like all giddy and put me off script now.
Good, good,
Yeah. So
good.
June the 3rd, you're at Sweden Rock Festival, and June the 4th, you're at Berlin, which I went to as a very
Mhm.
little child, and I've got some great memories. When
Oh, that's awesome.
I was scared shitless meeting the Berlin Bear. I remember that.
That's awesome, man.
And then June the 6th, as we mentioned, the London album sold out party. And June the
Mhm.
8th, Paris. But the big one for you is June the 18th, the LA Gibson showroom.
That's going to be fun. That's a big one. I lived in Los Angeles for many years. Now I live just right outside of Nashville, but Gibson showroom in LA, it's a big one. It's right there. It's in Hollywood. It's on the Sunset Strip. It's whenever we play Gibson showroom or anywhere on the Sunset Strip, you never know who's going to show up, which is super fun. And
Yeah,
it's proper Hollywood.
excellent. Do you get giddy when you go into like the Gibson showroom with all the guitars?
Yes, still. I mean, like this is the thing. It's almost like I've been going in there for years and years now, but I'm telling you, it never ceases to amaze me how excited I get because I'll be standing there and I'll be going, okay, what's going to be on the walls? Even the one in London, that's amazing. The Gibson Garage in London, where they have unbelievable. I'm telling you, I was there. This was a few months ago. I was doing something, and they have a conveyor belt, just like they do in Nashville, of all these guitars rotating, right? And I'm
Yeah.
jamming, and I'm looking, and I look, and I make eyes with the guitar, and I was like, I even had them pull it down for me because I wanted to see it, and I just went like this. I was like, no, I got to go home. I got to get out of here because I was so close to buying it. And it was like, it's tempting. Every time you walk in, you see something that you're like, oh man, I wonder if there's a song in that guitar. I wonder if I could write something with that.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So it's
Yeah.
it's it's always fun.
See, how many guitars do you take on tour with you?
I'm super light. In the beginning, I only took one guitar, only
Yeah.
one. Yeah, that was when it was really lean and mean. But now I usually travel with three or four guitars, just
Yeah.
so basically I'll change guitars. It all depends on the song and the sound that I'm trying to go for different songs. But I'll change guitars probably like 3 times in our set, and then I'll have
Yeah.
an extra for backups. And
Right.
also, it depends if I'm going over to the UK or Europe, I'll have 3 or 4. But if I'm in the States and I'm coming from my house, maybe I'll bring 5 or 6.
Right. So
Yeah.
your favorite is Old Glory, I believe, which is
Love that guitar,
a
man. Love
Gibson
that guitar.
Epiphone Les Paul Custom Key 90. Is that correct?
It is. Yeah. I'm staring at one on the wall right here, right now.
Yeah. So Old Glory is your
Yep.
favorite.
Yeah, so Old Glory was a guitar that I kind of I don't know how to say it, like I made it my own because simply put, it's a Les Paul, but it has like different pickup configuration. And it's almost like I took a Les Paul custom, what you would see and think of a Les Paul, and I stripped it down. I just put
Yeah.
one pickup, really simple, one volume knob, a tone knob. And what it turned out to be is it was like a rock and roll machine. And what was so cool about it was people were gravitating towards it. They were going, oh man, this guitar, there's something cool about it. I mean, I was on tour with the guys in Leonard Skinner, and they off one of the guys, Ricky Medlock, wanted to buy it off me. And at the time I said, you can't buy it. It's my only guitar. I need it. I need it to play the shows. And it just turned into having a life of its own. And what's really cool is we made Old Glory as a signature model through Epiphone. And then we did Gold Glory. We did a gold version and we did a blue version.
Oh
So it was
wow.
awesome.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Well, you also played a double neck, which I've seen on your Facebook page, and you was really excited about that.
Well,
Um,
yeah, that was the Hotel California double neck. So that was the Don Felder from the Eagles double neck. I don't know. There's something cool about a double neck, man. I got to get one. I'm gonna
yeah.
start asking Gibbs. I'm gonna say, hey, if you have any spare double necks laying around, maybe I could get one sent home. You know?
Well, going back to the Guns N' Roses connection, a
Hmm.
guitarist from the Chinese Democracy album called Ron Bumblefoot Fowle.
Oh yeah,
Um,
Bumblefoot. He's a friend of mine.
yeah,
Hmm.
yeah, he's a friend of yours. He's got a double neck, and he's got a fretless one, which he loves to play. So you need to. I said this to Emily Wolf because she's got a double neck, and I says you need to do a duet with him and have a double neck guitar off. Like a play off.
Yeah, a double neck off.
Yeah, yeah,
Well, Bumblefoot, he's insane. The way that he plays, especially
yeah,
fretless, that's crazy.
yeah,
Yeah, like I can't believe how good he is at what he does. It's awesome. But what's funny too is I'm such a tall person that I think for me a double neck it doesn't look as big as it does on some other people. You see it on other people and they're like this with it. For me it's like,
yeah.
oh yeah, this feels good.
I love that. Sorry. Yeah, so you're going on about you change your guitars so many times in a show. I've got a friend who's an extremely good guitarist in his own right. He does a lot of cover music, but they also write their own material. And his best friend is the singer and bassist. And when he changes guitar in the middle of the set, the bassist, Julian, he'll turn around and said, so here's Harris changing his guitar for another guitar that sounds exactly like that guitar, but insists it's the same, it's a different sound. Is that about
Yeah, yeah,
right?
yeah. Yeah, well, it's very close, especially for me, because as you know, when you're playing, it's all in your fingers, anyways. I think what it comes down to, though, like, is for me, it's the feel. It's like what guitar, like the neck, if the neck is a little thinner or easier to play, or it's like some guitars I put really heavy strings on because I feel
Yeah,
like it challenges me to play the riffs a little more aggressive. Um, but yeah, I think for the common people, it's almost like an outfit, right?
yeah,
Where it's like, well, here's me in my red leather jacket. And then it's like, wow. And then it's like, well, here's me in my brown leather jacket and then my black leather jacket. So, and a lot of guitar players I know too, they're funny because they'll have 5 of the same guitar. And you
yeah,
go, well, that's my backup. And I'm like, or they change to it. And I go, well, that's the same exact guitar. But if you are a guitar player, no 2 guitars feel or sound the exact same.
yeah.
So I'm going to go with the guitar players on it and say that it works. It's good.
Excellent. I like distortion in guitar music. I grew up
Mhm.
listening to lots of different genres, but a lot of John Lee Hooker and some blues, and I love that distortion. And
Mhm.
Emily Wilde, she done a duet with Jesse Hughes from Eagles
Oh
Death
yeah.
Metal, and
Uh-huh.
the reason why I'm going down the line with this story is he does a version of Wham's "Careless Whisper,"
Mhm.
and that's got a lot of distortion on it, but he distorts the vocals as he goes on, and it
Oh
becomes a
wow.
very uncomfortable listen. The further you get into the track, the more uncomfortable it gets because of the distortion in the music. Oh, it's fantastic. It's one of my favorites.
That's awesome.
So, yeah, so you might have to give that one a listen. But when you're on stage and you're playing that distortion,
Mhm.
to me, it brings me back to like my childhood and what I listened to. And is it the same for you when you play?
Oh yeah. I think that, well, for distortion, it's almost as if it's like a comfort, right? It's like I love that sound. Like you, I love that sound so much that when I have that on the guitar or in the music, it's almost like it feels like, I don't know, it's just like it feels good. It just feels
Yeah,
good. There are points in music where I love it, like to be like clean, but even for me, my clean is still kind of distorted just because I love that sound so much. So, like you, like, especially when I'm on stage, distortion's a funny thing though, because you almost have to be careful because you can overdo it.
yeah,
And then once you start to overdo it, it loses its potency. So when you use it, you almost have to really think about it in a way that's like, okay, cool. Like if I'm playing a rhythm and I'm singing over it, right? A lot of times I don't go crazy distortion. I'll just use a little bit. And then when it's time for the guitar to hit, then I'll click on another distortion pedal or I'll turn up my volume knob and there will be that distortion to kind of take it over the edge.
yeah. Oh, excellent. Um,
Hmm.
you're not like a typical celebrity or star. I don't think you see yourself as that.
No.
Which you are, but you don't see yourself as that. And your whole life is an open book. I
Hmm.
mean, we're friends on Facebook and we follow you and things like that, and we
Uh-huh.
see your life. And congratulations on such a beautiful little boy.
Thanks, brother. Thank you so much.
Yeah, and we were all sat there going, "Oh," and then there's another picture. It's like, "Oh," I mean, I've had five children. My partner's got six children, so we've got 11 between us. And now
Yeah.
we're getting grandkids popping out left, right, and centre. And, you know,
Wow.
yeah, we still look at a baby and go, "Oh, but no more for us." But oh, that's
Yeah,
cute.
yeah, yeah.
And
Right.
I seen that you already got him on the guitar the other day. He was crawling on it and having a little,
It it's weird because, and I'm not just saying this because I'm not being that person, but when Jett came out and I was
yeah,
playing guitar, I was just at the house because I'm always playing guitar. All of a sudden he perked his head and he was like, What? Because he heard that a lot in the womb, I think, right?
yeah,
And
yeah,
then what's funny is whenever I'm around with the guitar, no matter what's going on, he could even be basically sleeping. And even if I'm playing guitar really quiet, like unplugged, he's dialed in on that guitar. He's dialed in every time. And I mean, he's touching it, he's grabbing it. Now he's figuring out how to pluck all the strings.
yeah,
It's it's a cool thing to see because you're like, wow, I wonder if
yeah,
he really does have it in his genes. But I'm the kind of person that I'll say whatever. If he picks up the guitar and he goes for it, awesome. But if he
yeah,
doesn't, if he wants to play the drums or the bass or the keyboards or he doesn't do music at all, that's okay
yeah,
too. But it
yeah.
is funny how much he likes the guitar.
I was going to say, with him with the guitar and that lot, and he's going to play it a lot as he's growing up and listening to you, and he's definitely going to become a drummer.
Yeah, exactly. And I'll be like, all right, now we'll jam.
Yeah, you'll be the my age and be in his band, like
And
going
I'll
on
go like
tour
this.
with
I'll
him.
be like this, like, oh, it's too loud.
Turn that music down. Yeah.
Exactly.
So you performed on stage with, as mentioned, Slash and Zach Wild and Billy Gibbons and Leslie West, Steve Vai
Mhm.
and Peter
Yep.
Frampton. I mean,
Uh-huh.
Steve Vai for me, it's always been from that film with Ralph Macchio where he has the
Oh
guitar
yeah, Crossroads.
and loses, you know.
Yes. Yeah,
And
I'm
Peter,
lucky, man. I play with so many legends, so
yeah.
many.
Did you want to have a go with Peter Frampton's voice changer thing that he
No, I never did. But Peter's really cool, man. Like every time I see him, he's like, he always goes, hello, you know. And I remember when we first jammed together. I mean, I was nervous. The first time I jammed with Peter, I was on stage and it was me slash Peter, Billy Gibbons, the guys from the band Cheap Trick.
Wow.
I mean, there's Nancy Wilson from Heart. I mean, there were so many people. The guys from Judas Priest. It was crazy. And I remember I looked, he was on the other side of the stage and I looked over at him and he looked at me and he went like this. And I was like, oh man, you know, so it was just super fun. I mean, it's just crazy. You know, I even think about it now and sometimes I think, did that really happen? And it's like, yeah, it did. Because, you
Yeah.
know, you hold these people you know, sometimes if you're lucky enough, you get to meet them a few times, or if you're really lucky, you get to call them a friend. But the times when you're listening to their music, you know, like with Frampton, it's like, how many times have we listened to Frampton? And then all of a sudden you think about it, you're like, yeah, I've jammed with him. Or, you know, I know Peter. And you go, how is that? You know, that's real. It's cool, man.
Yeah. Just drop it in casual conversation. Yeah, yeah, I did that. Yeah.
I always tell people, I said, all right, look out, because I'm going to name drop. I said, watch your toes, because it's a big name. I'm going to stub your toe.
I got told off for name dropping the other day because I was talking about um, some people I've been interviewing, and somebody's offered to do a jingle for me for radio because I'm just starting on radio.
Oh,
And
cool. That's awesome.
yeah, Crusher, he's from MTV and Kerrang and that lot, and he's offered to do that. So I like,
That's
yeah,
awesome.
this bloke Crusher, and oh, you're name dropping again. No, it's not name dropping. It's just who we know. It's a weird one.
It's funny, yeah, because I think like it's not I always say it's not name dropping in a way of like wanting to make myself feel better. It's because
Yeah,
it's so cool. It's because
yeah,
it's so wild when you really think about it. You go, man, that really happened, you know, or that's I know that person, which is so cool.
yeah. Well, I've been doing this the whole year, and which isn't long. And in that year, I've interviewed. I think you'll be number 88 people I've
Wow.
interviewed in a year. So when I put my mind to it, I really, really put my mind to it. You know, I really go for it.
That's
And
awesome, man.
when I met you and seen you performed, I was there as a punter, and my partner was there to see Mr. Big. I was there
Mhm.
to accompany her, and I got blown away by this support act on stage, which was you. And here I
Oh,
am
so much, man.
couple of years on interviewing you, and it's funny how the world works like that. And
It is.
yeah, same with you listening to these people, and then you're on stage with them. It must really blow your mind at times when you think about what you've been doing.
Oh yeah, it really does. And one last name drop. I won't forget it now because I see that the record behind you. But
Yeah,
I remember I was at Ozfest. Oh, this was in
okay,
20,
that's that one.
I think it was in 2018 or 19. Maybe it was 2019. And I
Yeah,
remember I got to stand side stage, me and my wife for Ozzy, you know, because of Zach and all that stuff, right?
yeah,
And I remember Sharon was there and Jack and Kelly. And I remember Ozzy walked over at one point and he looked at me and goes, you look like Zach Wild, man. Wow, you look like Zach Wild, right? And I'm not saying that I knew Ozzy whatsoever, but
yeah,
just the fact that like I had a moment with Ozzy
yeah,
that blows my mind because forever the soundtrack of our lives, right? And it's like, and for that one moment, there was a connection. And it's
yeah,
like, that to me is like, that's wild. And
yeah,
it's something that I'll never forget, you know, and I'll be
yeah,
able to tell like my kids that. And, you know, when they think about Ozzy or Slash or any of these people, and it's like, yeah, they're giants, but
yeah,
they're humans. They're just like us. And
yeah.
that's the coolest part.
Well, that's what I'm finding out interviewing people is how down to earth and lovely. I'd say vast majority because we're all different. Not everybody is lovely and down to earth. There's some who
Yes.
hold themselves in a different plane as everybody else, but vast
Right.
majority of you celebrities, you rock stars, are absolutely wonderful.
Yeah, man. So much
And
fun and so great to just talk about what we love.
yeah, and you're the only one I know that gives hugs. You should walk around with a free hug sign. You know.
I would scare people. They'd be like, "Oh no, this guy's weird."
It must get boring though, us all talking about how you look and how tall you are, and like me coming on saying you're just one hunk of a man. But for your lady, she sat there going, "Oh yeah, he's mine."
Yeah, I think she's over it too, though. She's like, this is all right. Enough is enough.
Yeah, don't give him too much of a big head. Stop giving him compliments.
That's right.
I was lucky enough at 2018 to be stood near the front at Download Rock Festival for Zach Wild, and
Mhm.
he were on stage. He did a guitar solo, and he came down off stage and he stood right in front of me. I got a wonderful video, and
Nice.
he did a long guitar solo so Ozzy could have a rest before he come back on. And
Mhm.
for a long time, there were lots of memes and jokes going on that he's still going on with his guitar solo, and they're putting him in different areas, saying Zach Wild's guitar solo is going to space and stuff like that. It went on for an epic long time. His fingers must have been smoking.
Yeah, Zach does do some long solos. It's amazing.
Yeah. Oh, he's brilliant. Um, I'm I'm not fanboyish at all.
Uh-huh.
But you've done some collaborations with Joe Bonamassa and Maggie Rose, Hollow Sons, Troy Sanders. Have you any other collaborations that you're going to be throwing in the mix?
Oh my gosh, I've done a lot of really fun stuff. Those are cool. I love the one that I did with Bonamassa. Yeah, the Mark Morton from Lamb of God, obviously heavier.
Yeah,
Collaborated with him for his solo record. I've done a lot more of that kind of stuff as of lately. Um, I mean, on the songwriting aspect, a lot of different projects, but it's really fun now, like with different things I can collaborate with. Like there's a band called Blues Traveler. They actually uh, covered a song that I wrote and I jammed it with them on their last record, which actually got nominated for a Grammy,
yeah,
which is really cool. But yeah, I love that stuff, man. It's always fun to be thrown in to a different kind of feel where it's like, sometimes you can get really comfortable doing what you do. And then you
yeah,
go, all right, now it's a whole new lot of people. And you're like, all right, now I gotta figure this out. I gotta change what I'm doing and almost like collaborate, which is super fun. And I
yeah,
mean, playing with Bonamassa and being on a record with Bonamassa is like, that's amazing. I just love it.
yeah. No, it's one of those moments again, isn't it, which you're going to just treasure and put any notes that you got from that moment. I mean, I save things which, like that. You can't see our wall, but we've got set lists and signed albums and signed posters and holders of things like that because everything for us is a memory to be treasured and something for our children to look back on and go, oh, yeah,
Absolutely. No, absolutely. That's the best way to see all this stuff because then it really means something.
yeah, yeah. So we've got your new album coming up on the 5th of June and your album launch party in London the day after the 6th of June. And you've got your Running Hot EP out right now. And you also dropped the Big Bomb, an extra couple of dates, which is absolutely fantastic.
Mhm.
And I'm super excited for that. And hopefully we can come and see you. So
Absolutely.
we're down to just a couple of other questions because I try and do a conversation, not questions. But when
Mhm.
you travel and you've got your three, four, five guitars that you're taking with you, do you
Mhm.
have two or three more guitar boxes full of just your hair products?
You'd be surprised, man. I really don't use any. I probably should. But I'll say this. When one time I went on the road though, and here's a good one. I didn't wash my hair for 40 days, right?
Yeah,
I have some super strength in my hair that it doesn't get like greasy. It just stays the way it stays. It's crazy. But I should probably invest in some more hair product. Now that I'm going to be on the road a lot more, and I'm not. I'm aging just like the rest of us. I'll have to keep
do,
it up.
do you take your lady with you when you go on tour, or do you have to say the long goodbye? And
Well, it used to be a long goodbye all the time. But to be honest, now it's like there's moments where she can, oh, the kitty's here. There's moments where she'll come out for fun stuff, which is really
yeah,
cool. Because being on the road, I'm sure you've heard this a lot, but it's not as glamorous as many people think it is,
yeah, yeah,
especially for the way that we travel. It's almost like there's a lot of times where you're basically sleeping when you can and you're on the road to a different venue in a different city at all points and there's always like kind of like high stress So for me, when I do something fun, like if I do a cruise or if I do, select festival or whatever, and I can bring her out, then I'll bring her
Yeah,
out. But otherwise, she knows that touring is not as luxurious as people think it is.
yeah. The excitement soon wears off after the first tour.
Yeah. After the first few days, and you go, "Oh, this is what it is." Oh no, I don't know about this.
Yeah. So, who did you listen to then to become a rock blues guitarist, singer, instead of like going either the rock metal or the country rock sort of route?
Oh man, I listened to everyone. My biggest heroes were all the blues guys. I was listening to all the old school stuff when I was a kid, like Buddy Guy and Junior Wells and Howlin' Wolf and Muddy Waters and Hubert Sumlin, Otis Rush. But then I got into like the blues rock stuff, which was obviously the heavy hitters like Clapton and Stevie Ray Vaughan. I was listening to Robert Cray, Johnny Winter, obviously Albert King, Robin Trower, Grand Funk Railroad, ZZ Top, you know, all of that music. And it really resonated with me because it had the energy and the punch of rock. And it had that really kind of like really exciting, but it was really based and it was drenched in blues, which was that kind of feeling and a little bit more of that kind of passion. And I
Yeah,
just fell for it. And I knew instantly when I heard that, I was like, that is what I want to do. That is where I want to go. And the best part about that, I feel like those players have so much personality that when you listen to them, you hear their personality. And that's the kind of player I always wanted to be. I wanted it so when I played, you could hear and it was me speaking through the guitar.
yeah. Which I've got to say, Killing Time, you really do. That like I
Thanks.
said, stop time for me. That is an amazing song.
Thanks.
So no, it's the end of my interviews.
Uh-huh.
I have a question from my beautiful lady Tracy, who you have
Mhm.
met.
Oh, yeah.
I, like a koala clinging on, but yeah, you have met. Her question is, it's a bit of a difficult question for you because you are an open book, but it's tell us
Mhm.
something about you we don't know.
Oh my gosh. Let's see here. Tell us something that they don't know. Um, Let me think. What's something that people don't know about me? I'll give you a few. I'm a big horror movie buff. I
Oh,
love horror movies.
we've got. I don't know if you can see that Art the
Was that the
Clown as well.
Terrifier?
Yeah, Art the Clown.
Yeah, yeah,
And,
for sure.
you've got to see this. This is amazing.
What you
We
got?
met him. We met him the other day, of the week. Nightmare on Elm
Oh,
Street,
oh,
and
oh, dude, that's
that's
one of my favorite movies ever.
yeah, and that's signed. Look at it. Even
Wow,
drew a picture.
that's amazing.
Yeah. So we don't like horror at all.
Well, you know what's funny about that? So you'll love this. When I was a kid, man, I was at my aunt's house and I was getting babysat, and I had older cousins. And the movie I was supposed to be watching like a kids movie, right? I mean, I was like 5 years old, and what was in there was the original Nightmare on Elm Street.
Yeah.
And I remember I saw the intro of it, and it scared me so bad, so bad. But from that moment on, I was hooked on horror. So like Robert Englund, I mean, I love all of that. My friend Chris Jericho was actually in the Terrifier. He
Oh,
was. I don't know if you
yeah.
saw that. Yeah. Um,
Yeah.
but I love horror movies. I love all of that. I haven't just because I've been so busy. I haven't really been to any of like the cons. Like they do like horror cons and festivals and stuff.
Yeah.
But I mean, Texas Chainsaw Massacre, all of that stuff. I just really love. I've never really talked about that much. I think that's something people would probably not know. But if I'm gonna watch TV, I don't really watch TV. I don't have any
Yeah.
shows I watch. But if I'm gonna watch anything, I will put old horror on every single day.
Yeah.
Dream Warriors was one of my favorite movies ever. I'm actually
Oh,
really
yeah.
good friends with George Lynch, who plays in the band Dokken, right?
Yeah.
And they wrote the theme song for Dream Warriors.
Yeah.
Um, and I said to him, I said, George, you're the most famous and coolest person I know because if you go back and watch the music video for Dream Warriors from Dokken, it's on the set of the movie. So George had all these crazy stories about them, and I'll keep it PG, but doing certain things using Freddie's glove
Yeah.
with Freddie, like crazy stuff. And yeah, so I'm a horror buff, man, big
Yeah.
time.
So I've got this one, Tracy meeting Robert.
That is awesome. I love
Yeah,
it.
yeah. And this album here, which also features Ozzy. I don't know if you can
Oh
see that.
yeah. Uh-huh.
Trick or Treat. Yeah, very very
Awesome.
famous. Yeah, that's actual vinyl. I've not managed to pick up the VHS copy of it because we're doing a blockbuster wall at the top of the stairs with our Nightmare on Elm Street DVDs, VHS, and a lot of others. There's a couple of VHS I want to pick up. Trick or Treat and my favorite, Life Force. Absolutely love that one.
That's awesome, man. Yeah. Well, we have a lot in common now.
Yeah, and you were going to tell us two other facts. I can't let you go away without them.
Oh, if I wanted to be a professional fisherman
Okay.
because I love
That,
fishing.
that's different.
That's way different, right? When I was a
Yeah,
kid, I wanted to be on the water. I wanted to be a fisherman.
yeah,
Or I've told this one before. It was a fisherman, and then it was a car mechanic because I love cars
yes.
and I love old cars.
I've seen that
So
on your
that
Facebook with your pictures of you and your dad because you're
Mhm.
into muscle cars.
Exactly. So that one is a little bit more well known. And then something else. What's another fact that people wouldn't know about me? Uh, well, I think it's apparent, but I'm a big animal lover, big time,
Yeah,
big dog
yeah,
lover. I have two rescue puppies. Um, and I always love being around puppies, man, or dogs. I'm a big dog and cat lover. So horror
yeah,
movies, fishing, dogs and cats, and
yeah.
yeah, and music.
You need to talk to Paul Shortino, who's Duke Fame from Spinal Tap.
Uh huh.
He rescues dogs from meat markets.
That's amazing.
Yeah,
Yeah.
which is
Yeah, that's
fantastic.
amazing.
Yeah,
That's a beautiful thing, man. And he's doing amazing. Yeah, that's amazing.
yeah. So yeah, that's more name dropping, isn't it? Anyway,
Yeah, we keep name dropping, man. They're gonna kick us off.
it's been a genuine pleasure talking to you. Um,
Yeah, you as
for
well.
people
Thanks
who
a
watch
lot,
this, if
man.
they've never seen you live, they've got to see you live because you're incredible, and your
Well,
guitar
thank
playing
you.
is fantastic. My partner is gesticulating in the background. I know. Where's this product? Oh yeah, you're. I normally ask this. We were chatting that much. Where can we buy your merch from and your
Oh my
vinyls and your
gosh.
CDs and
Okay, so right now, the easiest way to do it is if you were to just go on literally jaredjamesnichols.com. There's a link there where you can buy everything. You can also go, if you're on Facebook or Instagram, there's links there where you can basically, it'll take you to a web store where you can buy everything that you'd want. We're doing pre orders right now, which is really cool on the new record. And we did a bunch of different stuff like different colored vinyl. You can buy test pressings. You can buy like these super VIP bundle packs where I actually cut off a
okay.
lock of I'm just kidding. But there's a ton of different variants of it. And yeah, all of that, you can go on jaredjamesnichols.com and you'll see all that.
That's what happened with my hair is that I kept on cutting locks off to give to
Well, man,
people.
when I see you, when I come, I'll just bring your scissors. We'll give you a little snippet.
Yeah, I think I'll need a lot more than a little on that one. But I've got your signed vinyl behind me, which was your 2023 album, I believe, which is self-titled Jared James Nichols. And of course, you can buy your stuff offline, which I highly recommend. But to
Mhm.
get it in that condition where it's signed, you've got to see you live and meet you.
Yeah, come to the show and absolutely we will have all the merch at the shows, vinyls, we have CDs, we have t-shirts, we have all that stuff. And if you come to the show, there's no doubt you can get something signed and I'll give you a big sweaty hug.
Brilliant. And you sell your sweating little vials. No, just kidding.
Yes, yeah, that's the new one.
But it's been an absolute genuine pleasure talking to you. Good luck with your album and your album launch with the Karma Effect in London. And I
Thanks, brother.
really hope to see you at Wolverhampton. I'm putting a
Yes.
date in my diary and we shall come down and see you.
Thanks a lot, Dale, man. Have a great night over there. Cheers, you guys. And tell
Yeah,
your partner I say hello to.
yeah, she's waving. Yeah, thank you very
Okay,
much.
cool. All right. Bye, buddy.